Who were you talking to earlier?
It was Finley. I don't know where we are.
Maybe you should stay. Who were you talking to earlier?
It was Finley. I don't know where we are.
Maybe you should stay.
Did this woman fall off her rich people balcony and get a concussion? Did she completely forget Sophie had a whole ass affair that was discovered in the middle of their wedding? We find out on our wedding day you Finley behind my back. I don't care if there's a nuclear apocalypse and there's only 3 people on the planet left. If you even speak a word to that you cheated on me with, I'm going nuclear on you. I was expecting Dani and Gigi and got Dani and Sophie. Yeah, you and the rest of us. Why Dani have sex with Sophie? Question mark, question mark, question mark. She cheated on you. And that guy's face from that Earl show is exactly the right response. I need the next episode of the L Word Generation Q to be, who killed Finley? What is happening? This makes no sense to me. This season was so promising. Welcome to my Really Gay YouTube channel. Today we're talking L Word Gen Q episodes 3 and 4 of season 2 with an emphasis on the Sophie, Dani, Finn love triangle. Spoiler alert, I'm not holding back on the details, so make sure you watch first.
But part of the fun of Vegas is the spontaneity, right?
So I'm not going for fun. My mom lives there.
First of all, what happened to the comedy? Remember episodes 1 and 2 when we got to laugh? What happened to that, Showtime? Did you forget about that? Episode 4 felt like the writers said, what's the saddest thing about every character? Let's put it all together in one episode, like a depression collage. Again, spoiler alert, but Angie's bio dad is dying. Tessa's mom has dementia. Finn started drinking again. Dani's father's been arrested. Oh, and the writers thought this would be a nice episode to lighten things up by bringing up Dana's death with Alice again. And while I'm at it, the show chose this episode to bring up Shane leaving Carmen at the altar, and also this came out recently.
Yes, I would love to return to the L Word. I was even begging them to put me on at one point, as desperate as that sounds. I love Shane and Carmen, and I would love to be able to see them reunite in some way, but I've tried, and they're not interested.
I don't know why the writers can't just resolve Shane and Carmen. Why can we just get a Shane and Carmen resolve, please? 2 things. Clearly, the writers and Eileen Shaken are not listening to the fans. Nothing has ever been more clear to me. And 2, I suspect this has to do with the fact that Carmen is supposed to be Latina, and the actor who plays Carmen, Sarah Shahi, is Persian. I just don't think they want to repeat the mistakes they made in the original show. And let's be clear, there's really no reason for them to do what they did in the original show. They literally just could have had those actors play a character of the same ethnicity that the actor is. Or, oh my god, could have cast an actual Latina actor to play the role. I mean, just lots and lots of options besides casting Middle Eastern and Indian actors to play Latin roles. As somebody who's constantly on the lookout for queer Indian representation, did it ever dawn on any of them to let's have the character be the ethnicity of the actor we think is best for the role? Did it? Probably not. One final note, a lot of fans have been talking about this Carmen return and the video Sarah Shahi just put out and saying that there's some other stuff going on. For one, apparently Shahi and her ex-husband are being sued by their former nanny for discrimination. The former nanny is Muslim. Okay, but there's still a lot of hot, steamy stuff going on. For instance, with Bette and everything with her. Remember back in episode 1 where she was like, I have nobody. Well, not anymore, hun. You have all the bodies now. The fan base cannot decide if we're still pro Bette and Gigi or if we're now pro Bette and Pippa and we need to move Gigi over to Dani, thereby killing 2 lesbian birds with 1 Gibbet winning again. I don't know if I'd call Bette using Gigi to get off after Pippa turned her on winning for the couple. Meanwhile, it seems like the show is slowly inching towards giving Alice a heterosexual relationship with Donald Faison, who I actually really enjoy being on the show. I just don't think it's what the fans want. Again, I don't think the writers and Shaken have a pulse at all for what, fans want to see. Does anyone else feel like they're kind of throwing Shane and Tess together here? I mean, we still don't know anything about Tess at all. The most we know, outside of this new information about her grandmother having dementia, the most we know is that she is sober, and like that's great, but being sober is not a personality trait. And with Shane, she's kind of just repeating old behavior over and over again. We're not seeing anything new. She's hitting on Tess. A few episodes ago, she was hitting on Lena Waithe's character's wife. She hits on everybody. I feel like they don't know what to do with Shane, and so they're just repeating tired storylines from the OG series. I just gotta say it's not believable anymore. I am not saying that there aren't lesbians who reach their 40s and 50s and aren't still womanizers. There's gotta be something else. Like, she used to do hair. Does she not do hair anymore? Get Lena Waithe back or something. I don't know. I just am like, I don't know what's going on with Shane and with Tess. I don't mind the show putting them together, but give us a reason to root for them. Give us a reason to want them together. Let us get to know Tess. The actor who plays Tess is awesome. I watched her in Sense8. Like, that show is really cool. I want to review it. She did a great job. Her character was like one of the most interesting characters on the show. They're totally underutilizing her. To the writers of the L Word Gen Q, I ask, are any of you under 30? Why are you writing these Gen Q characters like they're illogical idiots? Revisiting the love triangle for a moment. What are we, as an audience, supposed to do with this love triangle? You showed us exactly 0 moments of potential romance between Finn and Sophie all of last season. They have the chemistry of a sibling relationship. Sophie is now the quintessential toxic lesbian. Finn is an alcoholic, cheating, womanizing, terrible friend. Dani was a selfish who treated Sophie like all first season. There's really only one thing left to do, and that person that tweeted about it is a genius. They called it. Really, the only thing left to do is kill Finley off, give Dani Gigi. Season 3, put Sophie with Alice. Season 4, Finn comes back, and we learn the whole time she was in the witness protection program. Like, what else? There's nothing else to do. Okay, let me know your thoughts. Do you disagree with me about the Gen Q love triangle? Are you into it? Are you fighting for Sophie to get back with Dani? What do you think? Also, who do you want Bette to end up with? Do you want her to go towards this new artist character, Pippa? Do you want her to still be with Gigi? Are you still a diehard Tibbet fan and are waiting for her to win back Tina? I've been Amanda. I'll see you next video.